Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thursday, the 14th of August. The bounce continues, and it's looking kind of breakouty at the moment. So let's turn this onto the hourly on the order book, and yeah, it still looks quite good. We're still holding higher highs and higher lows. We talked about getting above this node and holding it, and we actually didn't close a candle below this little swing at 118.2 ish. We nearly did, but then we regained it, and then we've had a continuation yesterday when I wasn't streaming into today. Just getting a little bit of a pullback, nothing too crazy. On the order book, again, it's pretty thin at the moment. We've got some stuff down at 118.7, just around the recent low that we made before this move up to the new all-time high. Oh, happy new all-time high, guys. I didn't even realize, but yeah, the order book looks a bit boring, to be honest. In terms of liquidity, again, let's actually turn this onto a slightly higher time frame. Liquidity. So yeah, not too much stuff above us. We've actually ripped quite a lot of it. Watch if we start breaking down here very, very locally from this low that we just put in and we're just at now, because then it could get a little bit hairy and we could start going for all this stuff. We do have a lot. Pretty much all the way from 118 all the way down to 114. Lots of long liquidity now at the moment, but let's actually have a look at the higher time frame because that might be a little bit better for the short liquidity. We did again. We ripped all the short liquidity at the all-time high now, and yeah, we kind of want to start holding this stuff. We don't really want to get back below some of these lows that we put in because then all this long liquidity here starts looking really attractive to the market makers. Long to short ratio, we got more shorts in the market, which is good. That's fine. It's been fluctuating quite a lot, but we'd like to see this continue to head down, um, to continue in a downtrend pretty much and stay more short for more upside. If we do start seeing those levels, those we'll talk about in a second, fail and this come back up above 50-50, it's going to start looking potentially like a deviation of the high, which actually could be pretty bad. But we're not there yet, and just keep that in the back of your mind because I think a similar thing happened at the end of last cycle where we kind of deviated over. Well, we actually maybe did a 10% pump from 60k to 69k or something like that, and then we did the massive deviation. But I don't think it's done yet. I think we've got a good chance of going to like 130k and messing around here for a little bit. But yeah, just keep that in the back of your mind. And the long to short ratio is always something definitely to keep an eye on. But yeah, again, more shorts in the market. Nothing to worry about. Pretty fun times ahead. Okay, let's switch the old screen. Everything seems fine. So yeah, Bitcoin. We held 118 quite nicely. We kind of dipped into the CMA gap a little bit. Well, we held this quite nicely, and this was a really nice test yesterday of the weekly open to continue and springboard us up to a new all-time high. We also got some nice hidden bullish divergences on the 4 hour on this candle, and again on this candle here, signaling the continuation of the trend. And yeah, we're just testing this previous high really. We're back below the all-time high, which is a little bit sketchy, but in the local price action, pretty much from here, we're still in an uptrend, so nothing to worry about there. And we could just do some retests, like around here while alts go off a little bit crazy. It wouldn't be crazy to come back down to 120k and then retest this. But yeah, hopefully we can continue the momentum, and you will notice that we have made some bearish divergence on the 4 hour chart, and we are getting a change of direction on the 4 hour stablecoin demand. So again, maybe just a little bit of a pullback, nothing too crazy. it could just be similar to what happened here, where we just came back down to a previous level, retested the high, and continued up because there's more shorts in the market. So until we get some serious break of structure on the chart, we're still looking generally very, very good. Core liquidity, again, I'm actually going to start using this a bit more. I think I saw Adrian use this in his chart, and I do miss having. I think it's on Algo Master where we have the focus line, the focus EMA line. I should actually put that on, but I'm going to use the core liquidity in that again for the time being. This, yeah, I might just turn signals off. No, that's actually not what I'm looking for. Okay, anyway, it must be on. Anyway, I'll talk about that another time, but it's just an EMA ribbon. But yeah, we're still above it, and everything looks good. Core liquidity, I mean, it looks fine. So yeah, Bitcoin DOM continues to break down. This looks really nice. We're absolutely loving it. It looks like it wants to just fall off a cliff down to February now, 58.8. So we might see a little bit of a continuation in the altcoin market, but we are potentially going to bull div, and maybe once we hit some of these lows between the yearly open and Feb, we might see a little bit of a bounce, or we could just continue all the way down to the Q4 and this support level at 57%. Again, looks fine for a continuation in some of our altcoins. Where let's have a look at ETH Bitcoin. So we're actually gaining levels really nicely to go higher. We've gained the yearly open. We've backtested it. We did talk about this aggressive move that if we did gain the yearly open and backtest it, we'll go straight into December and could potentially into 4.0 and Q4. And yeah, we've done exactly that. It looks strong. It looks good. You can't knock it. Don't fight the trend. And yeah, again, we are potentially bear diving on these higher time frames, retail statement, kind of everything, but it looks fine, and we're absolutely chilling as of right now. Again, we are in resistance right now, but yeah, it's nothing too crazy to worry about. We might just get a little bit of a pullback, a little bit of a retrace. ETH looks really strong. It looks really good. We got some hidden bull div on the daily time frame. It printed just as we gained. We actually did a nice CQ close above. I think that's August and December on the same level. I do have 4K from this previous high back in late November, early December. I do have this charted on just in case we do come and do a retest in here. So the weekly open's currently untested, and also 4K, which is the previous high, the previous big high, not all-time high, but previous big high from December, which could potentially come back and be tested at some point. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. And let's actually have a look at the core liquidity. Daily core liquidity is coming in around December, so this might just creep up into 4K. And yeah, I'll probably be looking to long 3.94, which I think I talked about on Tuesday if we did get that, but we haven't got that yet. So again, potentially looks like it's tailing off a little bit right now. We're underneath the daily open, but you know, until we start breaking like underneath here, it just looks good for step laddering up into 5K at the moment. But yeah, happy days. Happy days. The pumpiness is back. So yeah, all my trades are doing really well. I don't think I really need to go through them again. I mean, you guys know. So, what should we look at? What should we have a look at? If you're in any trades, we could potentially look at what trades you're in and potential levels that you might want to take some profit, or if you're looking to get into anything new, we can also have a look at that. Any spot, any micro caps, slam them in the chat. If not, I'll probably just look at some of the stuff that I'm in, and maybe identify some areas that I want to take some more profit on, or if we lose some levels where we could go. But right now, I'm pretty much just holding around 50% of my original trades on everything, and I'm just I'm just chilling. Have you taken profit on your Fartcoin trade? So, yeah, we talked about Fartcoin on Tuesday, and I did say it was looking a little bit sketchy because it was. We did do a new low, but we also talked about this combination band and this overlapping support, and we also did get a bullish divergence on the retail stablecoin demand. So basically, after my stream here, I basically saw. If I just zoom in a little bit, I basically saw this and was like, okay, I'm gonna catch a little bit of a long here. Um, if I get stopped, I get stopped. If not, it's gonna be a really good entry. So I think I got it around 8.7. Some people must have got it down here, which is really really nice. I got mine about 8.7, and it literally just it literally just ripped almost instantly. So the short answer is yes, I have taken a decent amount of profit on this trade. I think I took about 20% in between 9.8 and $1, and I've taken another 20% around here, just around this area. So I have taken about half my trade off, um, and the stop's going to be in profit now. As of right now, it looks really good to go higher as long as we can hold. Let's have a look at the 4-hour chart. So we made a new high. As long as we can hold June pretty much in the weekly open, which is in between 109 and 107-ish, I'm going to hold my trade. If we start doing some closes below here, I think we're going to do a full retrace of the yearly open and maybe put in some higher lows down here. So I'll probably try to exit more of my trade. But as of right now, I'm going to hold half of it to potentially go higher. You want to let your runners run at the moment just because the market looks really bullish. And yeah, again, we're potentially getting some short-term toppiness on the retail stablecoin demand, but it doesn't mean that we're going to break levels. It probably just means that we're going to have a little bit of a slide at some point and come and retest some of these levels, hopefully bullishly, uh, and then we can resume the pump. But yeah, it looks good. We printed some bull div on the daily time frame. We've actually made a new high. Weekly open in June is going to be important now to hold for more upside, and yeah, this is potentially looking like it wants to rip all the way up to like 130 and then 150. So that's what I'm holding my trade for. I'll take a bit more profit in this swing here, which is about 131 to 136, and then some more profit at the highs in this overlapping support, and then we'll see what happens with the market from then. But you guys know I'm gig along on Fartcoin, so yeah, like it's just this was really nasty to be fair, but in the 4-hour time frame, we're at the lows, so you know it's looking good. BNB ETH. Should we start converting some ETH into BNB? Binance announces something big. Let's have a look. How do I do BNB? Is it BNB dot ETH or slash ETH? I thought it was dot ETH. ETH wrapped BNB? Maybe? Surely there's a better chart. BNB ETH? Yeah, there you go. Nice one. So let's have a look at this weekly time frame. Well, personally, what I'm going to say right now is this is definitely at lows. So you can just see from this weekly time frame, you don't really need to be a whiz to just say that this is very, very near some lows. And on the weekly time frame, we're getting into the oversold territory. So this might be a really good shout. Although I don't think the ETH run is done yet because I just still think we've got a little bit more in there as people are posting lots of like cope and there's not really that. There is a few bullish posts, but it's kind of just it's still kind of half-half. It's not like majority people like 10k ETH, 10k ETH, you know. So in short, this might be a really good idea. Um, to be honest, we're back at some. Oh, let me just check if it's raining because there's some washing outside. Fuck. Yeah, it is raining. Fuck's sake. Oh well. Yeah, we're at these lows right now, and we're potentially going to bull div on the daily time frame from here to here. So you might be right on this one. To be honest, I actually quite like that. We're also in the daily combination band. This is going to be heavy resistance up here. So even if we just see a bit of a bounce, it might just be something like high or low. But if we can break out of that, we're going to start changing the structure of the market. And yeah, you're right. You might see a bit of a run in BNB. Yo, it's thunderstorming, crazy. BNB USDT, ETH USDT. Right, so is this not the right one? BNB ETH? Nah, I think that is the right one. It looks fine. But yeah, I like this. This is definitely at the lows. You got a nice daily level there. That was retested. We can come back. Could go a tiny bit further and come down to some of these lows if ETH decides to keep going. But I think this is definitely near a bottom. So you're definitely correct in saying that maybe you could rotate a little bit into some BNB, which would be quite a good idea actually. I might actually have a look at that as well. Um, just know that you are still potentially a little bit further away from an actual run. But yeah, it looks good, man. I like it. I like that a lot. It's a really good shout. Um, I think I might actually just, if you literally just give me 30 seconds, put something in the chat for me. I just need to do something. Literally 30 seconds. Put something in the chat. Alright, sorry about that. Sorry about that. I'm back. Please throw the uptrend line on the bottom to see if we are again at support or we went below. So, do you mean the core liquidity? So on the daily time frame, we're still heavily in a downtrend, which is to be expected. That actually comes in around this cluster of resistance. So again, if we gain this, if we do something like this, it's gonna look really good. So if you were looking at a traditional chart, what you kind of want to see is that, and then that's where you long for that as a more confident trade. But yeah, I do think this looks quite good. It's definitely very interesting. We'll probably go to lower levels first. I don't know, man. Like, this has been untested. This is untested. Well, actually, again, this is kind of tested. We got a nice higher low and went up. into here. But the last run from this was, yeah, December into April actually. What? I think this could have a little bit of a bounce. This is getting super oversold. Again, you might grind down a little bit further into some of these lows, but then I expect like a regain and then this to start going. It looks quite good. But anyway, let's move on to some alts. Let's actually look at ETH DOM and Sol DOM. So ETH DOM's obviously ripping. We like to see that. It could be getting quite over exhausted here. On the weekly time frame, we're getting very overbought. And we're coming up to some of these resistant levels in here. And this low from back in June 2022. So these are very high time frame levels, which we could see a little bit of a pullback from. But anyway, I think this is looking good. And this area is definitely going to be an area to de-risk your portfolio, especially your altcoin portfolio, massively. Sol DOM looks a little bit worse for wear. The daily time frame is doing some nice gains. If we can come up and hit the yearly open and then bullishly backtest, I think this would also look good. Or maybe a run in the Sol ecosystem as well. So you're right, we might be getting quite close to a little bit of a rotation. Let's actually have a look at Sol. Yeah, I think we talked about this, potentially gaining the yearly open and coming up into this swing. And then if this bullishly backtests the yearly open, or like in here, it's going to just do a really fast move up to 240. And then we're going to be really near the all-time highs. This is getting crazy, guys. It's gonna get wild. Again, I think this is potentially going to pull back looking at this daily time frame right now. But we're not going to print a bull div, and we're potentially going to bullishly backtest some of these levels and just keep going higher on the oscillator. So again, it looks quite good. It looks good, guys. It looks really good. The market's looking good in general. So yeah, we made a new high on the 4 hour, which is good. Change the trend. You want to hold there. If not, you're going to come down all the way, either to weekly open or to the 786, 886 pocket. But it looketh good on Sol. So another thing that's looking quite interesting, and I think is kind of due for a bit of a run, is Doge. The old Doge. God, I've got way too many lines on this chart. But yeah, I think on Tuesday we talked about potentially holding this low here, and we did get a nice bounce. So again, if this comes back and holds the weekly open, it's probably going to go higher up to 275 in this area. And it looks pretty good. Looks pretty good as well. I think Doge, Doge has got a really good chance of going to like 60 cent. Because when it really starts get going, you basically just get this very quickly in like 2 months, and you just get that, and then it just does another like couple years of accumulation. You can literally just see on this chart. That was the bull run. Long pair market. You get one, you get like retrace, you get one, and then you get a retrace, and then you're gonna get one more big one, and then a bear market for a while, and then it'll just rinse repeat. Rinse and repeato. Yo, what's up, Plumbo? What are you thinking, brother? But I think everything looks really good, and potentially, obviously, you don't really want to FOMO at some of these levels now. If you didn't long Tuesday, or if you didn't long, like last week. But yeah, you could watch out for some coins that are potentially trying to break out. Like, what's happening with ADA, bro? We're just getting coins. They're just pumping at different times. So it's that time in the cycle. Oh, what's happening on this then? That's not gonna be available. Yeah, again, just breaking out. Looks really good. Retesting nice areas to go higher. That test. Wait, not that test. That test in here was quite nice. And then you regain the yearly open with that nice 4-hour hammer candle there. That's good stuff. But again, not really too much on offer for a trade right here when it's just reaching for the sky, reaching for the stars. So yeah, let's have a look at like Popcat. Thursdays are normally for me a day of caution and profit protecting or finding new position entries that materialize over the next few days into the new week. Not always, but most times. Yeah, I also agree. I talk extensively about Monday being a setup day. Yo, what the fuck? My There's a mad thunderstorm going on outside and my window just moved. Bro, that was scary as fuck. Wait, what? Yeah, I talk extensively about Monday being setup day and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday being like all action. And then you're right, Thursday into Friday is more about profit taking and protecting your positions. And then, the weekend is where you either scalp or you just take a bit of time off to chill. But I like to get into positions Monday into Tuesday and then sit in those positions until Thursday. And then, yeah, just basically reset for the next week. Can you have a look at Litecoin? Just found a bag of them in the old account. Oh yeah, sure. Litecoin was looking quite good. How did my window just move like that? What the fuck's going on? So, Litecoin. So if you found a bag of them in an old account, what you're basically seeing right now is you're basically just seeing a little bit of resistance uh, around all these swings from November, December, January, all these wicks. If you can break out from here, you're going to have a fast move up into this area around $200, which is going to be a good area to take a nice amount of profit if you've got a decent bag in spot. Again, if you do get that breakout, we're basically just looking at uptrending price action, and what might happen in between here and here is you might just get a period of sideways consolidation, and then you're potentially looking to go a little bit higher, but it remains to be seen how fast or how long the rest of this altcoin seasonal bull market is gonna last for. I'd say that if you haven't taken any profit, you could take a little bit here just in case you have a little bit of a retrace. Um, but in general, it looks good, like it wants to go up to $200, where I would be looking to take a nice amount of profit. To be honest, everything's tested on this chart. This is tested. This is tested. This is all done. This high's done. That's all done. It just looks like it wants to squeeze a bit higher, to be honest. So I wouldn't panic. If you want to take 10% off, definitely do it. But I think $200 is going to be a nice area. And you know, if you take profit when you squeeze up in here, you can always rebuy back down here if you think the market is looking quite bullish. But yeah, it looks quite good. This long accumulation looks really nice, and then that was the breakout. That was the retest. That's the higher low on the weekly, and we're basically just looking to have a bit of a run here, have a bit of a parabolic run. I'm with you with that. Then I see Litecoin ripping. I do see Litecoin ripping, especially with the big caps. Can't even remember when I got them. It was sometime in 2017. Yeah. When did you buy them? What price did you buy them at? Just out of interest. I wasn't even I wasn't even around in 2017, bro. I was fucking I was finishing my A levels in 2017. Fucking wish I was stacking Bitcoin instead of playing Call of Duty. Nice, sounds good. Core USDT. So core USDT is this one. Let's just do USD because I can get the. Oh no, that's wrong. Yeah, let's do USDT then. And we'll do Bybit because Bybit was my favorite exchange. Is this the right? This is the right chart, right? Yeah. So I do remember looking at this when you put it in the chat quite recently, and I'm not sure when we looked at this, but we did talk about potentially regaining some of these levels over here after this low. I'd say if you turned off the auto charting tools, what you have now is you basically have a level that you don't want to lose again, which is like around there. So the recent low that you just made on the 4 hour, if you lose this, it's gonna go all the way back down to like here. But which is the overlapping support, which will be a really nice buy. We did potentially say that if it did get down there, it would be a nice buy entry. If you can hold that, it's gonna go higher. And you have some very clear resistance now that you want to break. So support you want to hold, resistance here you want to break. It's potentially just going to do this for a little while, but it doesn't look too bad. Jesus Christ, the wind is screwing my window over right now. Yeah, I think it's going to hold. I think this might be a good buy actually, because you've got the 4 hour combination band coming in. You've got uptrending price action on the oscillator. You know what? I have actually added Harmony just so I can see cash flow. You got cash flow coming out. Cash flow's coming out. I need to make those pluses bigger. Cash flow reversals. Yeah, here we go. Perfect. That's way better. This is probably better to see on the daily time frame, isn't it? I don't really use it that much, but actually on the daily time frame, you got cash flow coming in, and you got a nice low. So yeah, basically just hold that low, and you're gonna go higher, pretty much. That's all I got to say on that. Oh, I just went back way too far. Okay, nice. Nice, nice, nice. So let's have a look at like hype. So hype's come up and hit its all-time high swing pretty much to a T on the daily time frame. The daily combination band is also there, so it's an area where you would expect there to be a bit of resistance and a pullback. You've also got the 4 hour swing there, so in between there and there, you've also got the resistance as well. So This probably wants to maybe do a deeper retest. I think if this holds the weekly open, you're just obviously going to squeeze higher. You can't really say anything else for a lot of the alts until they actually show some breaks of structure. But yeah, I think hype's going to go to $55, man. This daily time frame's got a lot of room to run as well. And I'm also pretty gig along on it, as you all know. In terms of like new trades, I just don't really think there's a whole lot on right now. So what you could do is you could just watch weekly opens and previous 4 hour, 1 hour structures for potential retests. Um, Jesus Christ, weather's going crazy. Yeah, so you can see you got the high there, you got the low there, you got the weekly open coming in. I mean, you could potentially catch something on there if you're not in a position or you want to scalp it out on a lot of these alts. But in general, myself, I will just be chilling. And one thing that I have noticed, obviously because we're in rotation season, is FET is lagging behind massively. So this could be an interesting chart for something that hasn't really broken out yet. I just put like that swing on there as well. So you've basically got this that we've gained that we want to hold now, the weekly open. I think it's going to step the ladder up into this resistance zone, which we did test here. And then if you can gain that, it's going to start going crazy all the way up to the yearly open. And it's one that's actually lagging behind quite a lot. And that is probably definitely going to test in this area from December to January around the yearly open. So if you were looking for something new that is kind of lagging behind, I think maybe this is going to be a good shout, potentially. Especially if you can hold there. What do you think about the weekly stablecoin on Bitcoin? Yeah, let's have a look. Check the upside potential on longer time frames. Is it on core? Let me just go back to core quickly because I haven't fulfilled your obligation. My obligation, I mean. Yeah, it's just like, let's just put that on. We're literally on the weekly swing. And yeah, that's there and that's there. So if you do see a breakout from here, just turn that off. If you do see a breakout from here, you're looking at 250 and then 460. I mean, it's not crazy to me. This is not crazy. This is not crazy to me, if I'm honest. It's pretty average. Weekly stablecoin on Bitcoin. So, what's the best chart to look at stablecoin demand on? Is it the index or is it just any chart? To be honest, it will be quite okay. So, let's also get this out as well. Jesus Christ, bro! Can you hear that thunder? Fucking hell. I think the stablecoin demand looks really good. The reason why I say that is because we've broken out of this trend of bearish divergence. So we basically bearishly diverged all the way from here at the previous all-time high, 69k. We had a bit of a pullback down, and then made a new high here, bearish divergence, made a new high here, bearish divergence. And we have actually made a higher high on retail stablecoin demand now. So I think think it looks good. I do think it looks quite good. It's kind of just doing nothing, which is what we want to see. Let's actually just have a look on some other charts just to make sure. Yeah, it all looks quite similar. It all looks quite similar. I think it looks good. We've broken out. We really wanted to see kind of 56, 57 broken out of, and we made a new high. So now we're basically just in an area where we're in an uptrend on the price and we're in an uptrend on the retail stablecoin demand from here. It's definitely a change in character. It's interesting, man. And again, we've got a weekly breakout, especially if we can print this weekly candle like so. It looks good. We got nice weekly structure in here. Can't knock it, man. Don't fight it. Don't fight it. I make them bars so I can see them clearly. The cash flow. Yeah, cash flow. It's a bit of a tongue twister. Cash flow is a bit of a new thing to me, actually. As I don't use Harmony at all, I just like the old one because it looks nice. But it seems to have some nice value. Also, check out the 12-hour and the 6-hour. Yeah, I heard it. Dang, yeah, it's fucking going nuts. Check Bitcoin Dom. Yeah, I did have a look at Bitcoin Dom as well. So it takes a while to get used to all the Wavemaster stuff. Worth it. Yeah, I do know how to use the Wavemaster. I just don't really think the only reason I would use it is because of the confluence bars. But I just like this. It looks nice. It literally does everything that I need it to do. But yeah, I'm gonna have. I mean, I've got Wavemaster if I want to look at it now as well. I mean, I literally have everything on this one, but I use this more for just teaching because there's every single indicator here. 12-hour. Yeah, so 12 hours probably looking a bit toppy even before I let it load. It's probably gonna look a little bit toppy, isn't it? Also, the oscillator is looking really toppy as well. Uh, yeah. Yeah, so like what happens with the retail stablecoin demand is sometimes you don't get the move exactly when it prints and it does one more push up and then that's the final move, especially when you're in the oversold area in the oscillator as well. So that could definitely be something to look out for if we start losing some levels down here and here. The big one is this low that we just put in at 18.5. Uh, that's a really big low. We've also got a nice bullish high at 20.5, or to be honest, I'm not really sure what exactly that is on the 4 hour. But yeah, if you start doing some closes below this structure, it's definitely going to start looking a little bit sketchy, and like it wants to roll over a bit, and then I would assume that longs are going to come back in as well, and then just yeah, it looks a little bit toppy, but again, price action looks fine, and you can't really say anything otherwise than continue the pump. Where is the 6 hour? Do I have to custom put this on? Yeah. Yeah, 6 hour bearish div and bearish div. Bearish div and bearish div. Again, don't want to get any close below there. All I see right now is just that, because you can't really say anything otherwise. We did talk about potentially this being a deviation at the start of the stream, so you want to keep an eye on the long to short ratio, and you want to keep an eye on the price action, because if we do start closing below this area and longs come in, it's definitely going to be very toppy looking, like 100%. But we're just not there yet, and it's just too early to say that. You just want to be aware of the potential possibility that that could happen. How do you use the crypto on-chain suite? I've never used it. Trappy. Yeah, exactly. Trappy, bro. Trappy. Well, I only use the retail stablecoin demand on crypto on-chain suite. Wait, what's going on here? Inputs. But we do have a lot of different data in this. I mean, you got whale bubbles. You got. So I don't really know about social sentiment. Long short ratio crossover is cool, but you don't really need it because you have many other tools to see long to short ratio. Holds in profit is quite cool, but it's also like you don't need it because you can just look at the CBBI. Open interest if you like open interest, but again, you can find that in other places. They're quite cool to have on your chart, but the big one is retail stablecoin demand. This is by far the best indicator. Probably. I mean, maybe not. Maybe not in the suite. I mean, AI charting tools and the oscillator is pretty sick, and also Algomaster. But retail stablecoin demand is so good. It's so good. And if you don't use it, you should definitely check it out. I used to use this a lot, and then Thumpy came in one of my streams and said, "Go have a look at this retail stablecoin demand." I was like, why am I not using that anymore? But yeah, I've actually got a call in 5 minutes, so I think we're gonna leave it here for today. Apologies that there wasn't that many setups, but sometimes it's just kind of like, yeah, we're just in the middle of a move, and you don't really want to. I don't really want to do any. I don't want to overtrade, guys. Overtrading is really bad. It's literally just gonna ruin you. So like I said, 50% out of my positions, stops in profit, leaving the rest. If you get some nice retests of the weekly open and previous levels, you could scalp. Don't get me wrong. There's always opportunity in the market. But yeah, I'm just going to see how Friday and the weekend plays out. And I definitely want to see that weekly close breakout as well. If we start wicking down now, it's going to look really ugly. But yeah, we'll see if we can get a little bit of a retrace today into tomorrow before I do my stream tomorrow on Friday, and then we might be able to take some weekly open scalps and stuff like that together on stream. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end it here. I got a nice little call in 5 minutes, and yeah, I hope everyone has a great day and is happy and healthy and making some good money. But yeah, just don't FOMO and just chill. And yeah, thanks for joining in, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Thank you, Sasha, Plumbus, Thumpy. Everyone here is a legend. Have a great one. Bye bye.